Hello everyone and welcome to TTML Formula 2 cars here in Season 2 at Round 4 here in Baku. And I think these drivers are going to have a very competitive time here around as we get ready for one-shot qualifying. But I am personally joined here today by Brandon. Brandon, say hello.
Hello everybody. This is going to be so cool.
It is going to be interesting. It's a very interesting circuit around here. It's had some good and up-down races, especially with these F2 cars. I think they'll be a little bit bogged down by the straights, but since these cars are very corner-based, if you muck up one of these corners, you're going to end up in one of the barriers. So it's going to be very interesting to see.
Last week in Spain, there was a lot of drive-off areas where the cars could drive off. They brake too late. It's not a problem. They get back on. There's none of that around Baku. It just doesn't exist.
That is correct. There's just no, there's probably the first corner that you can go wide in, but yeah, if you screw up the castle session and you Austin Powers it, you're just going to be blocking the road. As qualifying is starting here, Mashiro is currently on the starting P1, but obviously that's going to change because they haven't even started the lap yet. Neymar has already retired, and I am solid as well, so I guess they want to start in the back because I think they may want to survive. It's the race of nutrition. Scuba already up to P1. Scuba and Mathis looks like they're going to be continuing their war from Spain last week. If you didn't catch it, they were the two heavy favorites last week into the Spanish GP as they're going to enter the DRS straight here. Scuba currently P1, Mathis P2, Deadly Fluid P3, Mashiro, who's looking for a better round P4, and your boy Honey Badger is currently at P7. As this is the first real test here, if you don't know where the break point is, you can end up hitting the tire barrier. Scuba almost hits the wall, and it's going to lose some time for that. Mathis now at the P1 with Deadly Fluid P2.
Now we get round to the castle section of Baku. It is one of the most challenging parts of the calendar. Definitely is.
To quote Charles Leclerc, "I am stupid" when he ended up binning it into the castle section. So again, hopefully no drivers have a similar moment here. Math is still on top. Kugino is currently actually now P2, now P3 actually. Now he's up to P1. So Kugino putting on a good lap here up through the castle section here. Don't want to hit it. Almost Mathis clips the wall. Kugino made it through quite as well. I guess the one downside in doing one-shot qualifying is that you don't get to see everyone go through that castle section. So if someone did muck it up, we don't know. But I think Mathis may have, because Mathis is really off the pace. He hasn't validated, so he will be P15. And Honey Badger
this looks
P14.
really exciting. We've got a new driver in today, Kugino, who's putting out he's laying it out there. He's doing a fast lap here. Scuba at the moment in second place.
And Deadly Fluid P3 and Mashiro in P4. They're going to go through the last couple corners. If you don't want to validate now, you've done everything right. It's really going to be hard to validate. You don't want to hit the wall. Looks like Kugino gets through it relatively quickly.
Whoa.
I think he will keep it. Looks like by splits he's ahead, so I bet you Kugino's going to have the run down to the very long straight here. I don't think he can screw it up, and bearing any engine failures, we'll have to get out and push. Kugino will walk home with the pole position with a 1:49.415. Great lap by Kugino, well over almost a second clear. Something else worth noting is Matthias actually did get P2 on track, even with the invalidation, but now we'll be starting P14. Scuba second, yeah. Deadly Fluid third.
I mean, what can we say? These guys have practiced. This isn't one of those tracks in Formula 2 where you just say, okay, I leave it to qualifying and see what happens. These guys have practiced, because if they didn't hit any walls, they did okay.
Mm-hmm. It's good to know that 13 people kept it relatively clean. It looks like everyone on the super softs, but again, unlike in F1, you don't start the tires you qualified on, so it would be kind of pointless to go on to the other set, which I believe is a set of softs, I want to say. But don't quote me on that. But actually, no, I'll say it confidently. I think it's a set of softs. I think you told me that last week. Say it confidently, and they'll believe it, and then if something happens, you can rectify it later. But for right now, yeah, I think it's a set of softs.
Kugino, that's it's always exciting to get somebody new into the mix here at the starting a pole.
That is correct, and I think he's hit a pretty much fast lap here. So I think the current points leader Scuba is going to have to be on his toes, because he can't waltz in, because every week there's maybe a new challenger in the reserve list that's looking to take his top spot on the throne. So
and it's pretty close at the top now after last week. Now we have Scuba leading, but it's not that many points down to Siege in second place.
Mm-hmm. Siege could have had a good opportunity to get some points, but then he had a relatively poor second round in the sprint race. And to make things worse, as we watched last week, Scuba just charged his way through the field and ended up winning. No, that was Mathis. Never mind. Scuba had the recovery drive. Mathis had the no, actually, I had it wrong. Other way around. Yeah, Scuba dominated and went from P14 to P1, while Mathis had to survive on a broken wing and got home P2. So yeah.
Yeah, it was so exciting, that sprint race, and I think we might see something similar. It's like when you said going through the qualifying laps that, okay, it's really one of the downsides, we can't see everybody, but if something happens in the middle sector here along the castle, we're definitely going to see it.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, I don't want to see anyone wreck. It's racing 101. You don't want to see someone crash, but it's like the NASCAR logic. You just, maybe if someone ended up around, maybe just a little carnage. You want a little chaos in your racing series, just a little.
But I also, I don't know what you've seen before, but I've seen like so many people are aware of the first corner. They're going full speed into the first corner, and everybody's sort of like, okay, get through the first corner. But it's actually the second corner where I've seen a lot of damage in cars before.
True, because it's such a short run that you think you're in the clear. As we'll see here on this formation, like you take the first corner, you have to get on the brakes, but then you think you're in the clear. I think this whole first section, this whole square section, catches drivers out if they're not napping on cold tires or cold brakes. Because if you get to the first corner, you're like, all right, that's fine. Then the second corner, that wall comes up on you relatively quickly. And if you're side by side, I've seen a lot of drivers either put into the Fly Emirates sign or they've just clipped the apex. And then the third corner, same thing. Like, even though this is pretty much straights and lines, if you out-brake yourself or you try to be the latest braker, you end up going to hurt yourself.
One of the like people say, like, so what it's like to drive these cars around here and what it's like to play the game is basically brake hard and trust that the car will roll around the corner. But doing that in an F2 car around Baku, I mean, you got to hold your nerve, right?
Yeah, no, 100%, because these cars, like, they don't have the downforce of the F1 cars. So like an F1 where you can get that, like, all right, the downforce will be there for me. Here, it's more about cornering. So you have to brake early and try to keep as much speed as you can in the corner. And it's just like a fighting game. And some drivers can do it, some drivers can't. It's the same thing in, like, endurance racing and other things, where some drivers can really excel in the LMP1 cars and the heavy cars, while some drivers do better in the GT cars and the slower speeds. It's kind of
right now we see on the screen the most beautiful section through the castle. That we see this. I mean, it's such a great place of the track. Anything can happen. One lapse of conversation, you're into a wall. One lapse of conversation, you brake too late at the next corner. It's such a great section.
Always on the bright side, if you do crash, you get to admire the view. That's probably the main problems you have, like, at least with some of the Herman Teichel circuits, is that some of them, at least they have great views. Like, some of them maybe not great tracks, but at least you can look around like, yeah, that was nice to look at. As we do see
I also think in real life, like this track here must be such
someone actually
great
around
fun.
the formation lap. Deep Keep 7 is just lost it on the formation lap.
That can happen.
Yep, they can. For the continue points, sorry, I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, I mean, this must be one of the fun tracks to watch. There's certain points around this track in real life that if you could choose like a racetrack to go on, like, okay, let's see some real exciting cornering. This is one of the tracks you'd really like to see in real life.
So I'll do a quick run down the grid here. Kuhino, the newcomer, in P1. Scuba, P2, the points leader. Deadly Flu, who had a relatively good run last week in P3. Ari Fish in P4. Siege in P5. Mashiro in P6. Deep Key, who's in the naughty stool, was in P7. Ibrex P8. Jetty P9. Noisy P10. Maze P11. Pariah P12. Honey Badger P13. Mathis, who got disqualified on the formation at P14. Qualified at P14. Sias P15. Neymar P16. And Sesteban in P17. Quickly got that done for the 5 laps are out.
All right.
Had to rush through this last ones as we waited for the 5 red lights here.
We're in Baku! Let's go, guys!
That we are! We're like 2 kids on spring break, and away we go! Kugino off the line here. Relatively good start. Scuba P2 gets a little bit bogged down. Looks like the 2 cars of Deadly Flu is going to be fighting that other... I think that is his teammate, if I'm not mistaken. No,
everybody's through swing 1. They're through corner 1. Okay, no damage so far.
Now this corner here with the side-by-side, you don't want to go side-by-side here, as almost Deadly Flu gets kind of get pushed to the wall by R-Fitch. R-Fitch and them keep it clean. Looks like everyone is relatively clean. No end plates, no carbon fiber. As it looks like
nice driving, guys. Yeah, really nice driving from the start.
That is true. As it looks like Deadly Flu is going to get passed by R-Fitch for P3. And it looks like one of the Carly cars is going relatively deep, and he's going to almost actually push his Deep Keep into the wall there. Deep Keep doesn't look like he's got any damage, though, but that was probably a fright as they still touch side pods.
Oh, it looks, I mean, respect these drivers that they're able to get through. So many races I've seen here, and there's so much damage on corner 2 and 3. Oh, what's happened?
He lost the back end going to that corner Ibrex, and I think he clipped Jetty 11, and I think he's still able to avoid damage, so lucky him, but he has used 2 of his 9 lives already. If he's a cat, he's going to be praying that nothing bad happens, but he's got to get that back end fixed out. But yeah,
further behind, we know that one guy that's definitely going to be charging up the field today will be Matthias. We saw the way Matthias was driving last week. We can expect a charge, but where's that going to happen?
The only thing I'd say is straight, but the problem is you don't have DRS for 2 laps, and there's not really anywhere to pass in these castle sections unless you're very brave or very stupid, or both. Then again, to drive these cars, I think you have to be a little bit stupid, because, oh, someone's in the wall! Neymar Iasilis has hit the wall hard, along with Neymar. Both of them misjudged the braking point on lap 1, and now they both have damage, and they're certainly going to have to pit.
They'll be in the pit, and okay, who are you tipping for the top 3 in the podium? Let's get that out of the way.
Okay, I feel like
Mr. Pepsi, your top 3, come on.
I'm going to go Kugino, because I feel like that's a safe bet. Scuba as well, and if I had to go for a third one, I feel like the obvious answer may be Siege. Actually, you know what, give me Deadly Flu. I'm going to go Deadly Flu. I think he qualified P3. I think he'll work his way up through the field. I just think Matthias... And Matthias is going to probably make me eat my words, because he's going to carve through this field like a hot knife through butter. But right now, I got a feeling that that's my top 3. But I'm also keeping a nose on his Mashiro, as I think Ivrex just lost it. If that was Mashiro, I was going to shoot metaphorically, shoot myself in the foot.
Oh,
because
Ivrex is all over the place. He's trying to get back on track there.
Yep, he lost the back end through that first section there, and he's lost
still turning to get the car turned around. This track is crazy. I mean, if you spin the car here, it's not easy. It's really not.
That is correct. But yeah, as the scoring time was a little bit glitched, right now it says Honey Badger's in the lead. No, that ain't true.
Yes, Honey Badger, go for it, man. Go Honey Badger.
At least he
my top 3, I go for Honey Badger, I go for Pariah. And the reason I go for Pariah is because he's been in quarantine, COVID-19 quarantine all week. So he's been nothing but practicing on this track. Now, at the moment, it doesn't look like that has been happening. But he's told me in a side channel, he's been practicing.
So I see you got your drivers you're rooting for. You're always going to stand Honey Badger. I can't hate. Pick a driver you like and support him to the end. Ride or die.
And it's Pariah, because Pariah is from Norway. Okay, he has to get it. And okay, who else? I'll go for the one, the only, the amazing Scuba. Let's go, Scuba. Give us what you got.
I love your energy. This is like a cup of coffee in the morning. You keep me going. Or maybe a hard drug. You're just like, boom, you get me going right off the line. But yeah,
I tell you what, Kugino, what a start. He's pulling away from Scuba. So Scuba's like, who's this new guy coming into race here?
Oh, as Alpha Fridge almost just clips the wall from this left tire there. Very tried to find as much time as he can, and he almost took the wall with him for a tasty date. As we got a battle here for P6, as Deadly Flu is getting fought by Jetty. They're going to be a long run down the straight. No DRS yet. It looks like also Deep Key is able to keep his car straight. And he is also there too. 3 wide is not going to work.
Who's going to break?
This is never going to work.
It's not.
As it looks like Jetty's going to hold on, and the big loser is going to be Deadly Flu. He's going to lose both spots. He was just caught napping. And Deadly Flu
that was pretty cool. Respect to Jetty, respect to Keeper, respect Deadly Flu. 3 people going into that corner. That's not easy.
I feel like Deadly Flu's got something to say, because Steve Keep came up. Steve Keep's actually going to make a pass for P5, and he's going to make it work. He's very conservative on the brakes, so he doesn't want to run to the wall. But I bet you Deadly Flu is right now like, where did he come from? Why did he have to fight in that? Because now he's down to P7, and he's got Mashiro behind him in P8, and Honey Badger's caught up to this train as well. So a big fight for P6. I'm sorry, P5 actually.
Yeah, this is good. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got them nicely lined up now.
Pariah, that is Pariah. Pariah has gotten a little bit wrong, and he has got some damage presumably. So
that's okay. He just wants driver of the day or something. He's gonna come back.
Oh god, they're all side by side. Like they're all in a train here through the castle section. That is. Oh no, it's Jetty's around.
No, Jetty's around now.
He's lost the back end on his own power, and he has lost it. I was just saying that it's very sketchy to go through that castle section like in a train.
The thing is, they try to accelerate so fast out of that, and it's a really difficult place to accelerate hard.
Yeah, these back ends are very loosey-goosey, and it just feels like if you don't get the power right, it's just going to kick out. But Deadly Flu is now under pressure by Mashiro, and Honey Badger's Deadly Flu also gets squirrely under the power. He almost did what Jetty just did, and Mashiro is going to take over P6 and have DRS too. While D keeps able to get out of the DRS range thanks to the little mistake of Jetty.
So what a start, and again we've got these this in the middle of the field of 6, 7, 8, 9. We're pretty close. We're going 3 into corner
Badger,
1 again.
Not again. Come on, did you guys not learn this lesson lap 1? If someone's actually mugged it in the castle section, quick cut over there. I think someone did. Somebody stop. Yeah, Ibrix is mucked into the capital section. He has retired on track. He's hit the wall hard.
No!
That could be a safety car depending on where the car is. We've still got a side-by-side battle here with Mashiro and Deadly Flu. But Mashiro will hold position, and they will not be giving a safety car out as Noisy has suspended the pit lane.
Oh, Honey Badger attacks. Oh, there's not much space. There's not much space, Honey Badger.
Honey
He gets
Badger
away with it.
gets the elbows here. I think I've...
No!
No,
Honey Badger's gone round.
Oh, that stinks for Honey
Honey
Badger.
Badger was celebrating. Yes, yes, yes. What a pass, and look what happened.
Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it indeed.
Oh.
One thing I'd like to point out is Matthias is already up to P8, and he's about to pass Deadly Flu for P7.
Oh, will he pass here? Will he pass?
He's going for it, I think. You cannot go side by side to the castle section. I'll have to think better of it, but...
I think that's smart move.
Oh,
Deadly Flu is... Oh, he's hitting the wall in front of him.
I think he just hit the castle section wall, and I think he's got to have some damage. That was a hard lick. Oh, the back end gets squirrely too.
Deadly Flu is sliding back and forth here. If I was Matthias right now, I'd be like, oh, really careful right here. He could take out both Deadly Flu.
I think I have actually jinxed Deadly Flu. I was like, oh, he'll be P3, and he is sinking like a stone. He is falling down a cliff. Like, I'm sorry, Deadly Flu. I will not give you confidence ever again. Because we clearly have wilted under depression. I will not give you my hope. But anyway...
What do we say about Kugino? I mean, like, this
Kugino's just driving away.
He's put a 2-second gap now to Scuba.
I'd love to show more camera time of him because I bet you the sponsors want that. But he's right now driving away. There's no battle in front of him. Back up a little bit and I'll give you some airtime. As Airfritz has actually decided to pit from P3, so he's going to be diving down the pit lane kind of early, I would think, but kind of around. He actually has damage too, so I think he's pitting to fix his wing. So that will put Siege up to P3, presumably on track.
Yeah, and Matthias up now to 6th place. And one thing we know about Matthias, he loves climbing up through the field. But a nice surprise in 7th place right now. We've got Maze up in 7th.
That is correct. He also, I think, does another league here on this channel, and he drives in it. And he's a relatively fast driver. Was fighting for the wooden spoon last week, but now in P7 here, so relatively good performance from his. Honey Badger's actually got around Stepan for P8, so at least in your court, Honey Badger's still got points.
Honey Badger's back again. All right.
And for bad the worst, Deadly Flu is now pitted, and now he's down to P11, and he's 11 seconds off Airfritz. I think he'll have a chance to still get points, but any chance of getting that top 3 of the podium is almost pretty much gone, unless a safety car were to come out.
Yeah, and I think, Steerbound, what place is he in the overall standings? He's pretty high, right? We're talking 4th place, is it?
I will pull that up as we watch Honey Badger battle Maze in the P7, because it's just a quick little check here.
Honey Badger is sliding all over the place. Be careful, Honey Badger. This is where you spun round the last time. Oh, he's okay. He's okay.
Siege is actually, Sebastian is currently 80 points, and he's currently P3. He's 11 points behind Siege, and he is currently well over double that, 20 points behind. Give or take 20, 21 points. Actually, 20 points behind. No, he's actually 30 points behind. Sorry. Quick math failed me on the spot there. He's 30 points behind the points in Scuba, and 11 points behind Siege in second. But
so we need him to climb up places in 9th place at the moment.
Yeah, but consistency can work. The problem is the drivers ahead of you are currently in second. Oh, Kugino gets a 5-second point lead for speeding in the pit lane. That is not good. The newcomer made a rookie mistake, and he is sped in the pit lane. And I am sad since retired from the session. I think he has crashed out. He has, and the keeper also speeds in the pit lane. It's gone.
Mize into pit. Honey Badger is still climbing up, and that's going to be like a nice sign for Scuba. Okay, so here's somebody that's really fast. Kugino, newcomer into the race, really fast, 5-second penalty. That could be like okay for Scuba.
Kugino's gonna have to push aggressively hard now, because if there was any time he left, he now has to get it, because he has to get 3 seconds clear. He's 2.5 seconds clear of Scuba. He needs to get another 2.5 seconds clear in order to keep the position. As you can see, the I Am Still car retired off the run affair there in the turn 1. That's not the same corner, I think, where I'm not even going to say the reference. I don't want to get his name wrong, but that guy that blew the engine out at Baku. Can't remember his name offhand. He's an F2 driver. He's in this game. From Netherlands, India. Someone's going to roast me in the comments later. Save your comments. But anyway, Mashiro is currently leading this race here. Good on, boy. Represent the Japanese flag proud. Matthias currently in P2. He's going really aggressive in that castle section. Honey Badger, your man, currently P3. Sebastian, P4. But they all have not pitted yet, so they're going to have to pit again. De facto leader right now is Kugino. But with that 5-second time penalty, that means Scuba's basically P1. And Siege is still P4.
Yeah, we've got 15. 2 people have left the race. We've got 15 drivers left. And this is like the fun thing. It's like this track is not safe. Anything can happen here. And these F2 cars, anybody that hasn't tested the F2 cars, highly recommended. These cars, if you don't brake on time, you're in trouble.
I've heard some people say they don't even know these cars exist in this game because that's how little use they get in online. Other things, they just drive the F1 cars. So make sure you give them a try. Oh, and Sebastian goes very hard there and clips the tire with his wall. He is trying to find as much time as he can. As I assume, Matthias is not pitting. Actually, he started the race on mediums, so he can go long with the twos. Along with Matthias, Honey Badger, and Sebastian, all on mediums. So they can go a little bit longer. Someone has mucked up the castle section. That is Pariah. As he's now driving backwards on track, as he's trying to spin it around.
Pariah, no! Oh no!
He's gotten it fired back up, but there's a lot of carbon fire on the track. He is basically outside the points.
Oh, he's out of the race.
And now he's retired from the session. He's called it a day. Relatively bad race for him, but he's still got a sprint race to look forward to. But he'll be starting at least P15 for that. So, best of luck. You're gonna need it.
Poor Pariah. I mean, he had some damage there, and he was driving into the castle with damaged wings. And I don't know. I think his brakes failed, something failed. He wasn't totally in it, so he went straight into the wall.
I love how right now Neymar has not passed him yet on track, even though he's been retired for a good over 20 seconds. As I think he's actually about to go a lap down. Into the castle section, Neymar!
Oh,
he just said, "What was that line? Did his brakes just completely give out?"
I think that was exactly the same as Pariah. It was like, okay, I don't have to brake that hard here, and they just drive straight into the wall.
I mean, the dude just, he didn't look like he even lifted. He just went dead aggressive. Like shades of a kamikaze pilot. He just said, no, I'm going aggressive into the zone. Man did not hit the corner there. Like, Nate, the brake pedal's on the left. I know senior moments can happen, but you gotta be a little bit better than the brakes. All I know is that gave probably Mashiro quite a fright because he was just sitting in front of him praying that the ghost thing was gonna work. Because how he hit that wall, I would have been bloody scared if I was in that cockpit. But Mashiro is currently 4.5 seconds clear of Matthias, currently the lead. Honey Badger is 3 off Mathis, and Sebastian is 2 off Honey Badger. So, again, pit stops. Right now, still the factor leader is Kugino, but Kugino's now was up towards a 3, but now it's only Siege able to close that. I was like, Scuba's been able to close that gap down to 2. So, right now, Scuba is still the de facto leader because of the pedaling.
Yeah, and one thing we noticed about this track is compared to Spain last week, where they had so many penalties. It was so easy just to slide off in Spain, but that doesn't happen. But unfortunately, we have the side effect of that we have 4 drivers who just have crashed.
That is correct. Now, right now, after all those accidents, I'm shocked they have not thrown a safety car yet. Maybe I feel like if their safety cars are out, they would have came out for some of those crashes, but safety cars could be off, and I may have missed reading it, as it looks like Matthias kind of skipped that corner they like to do, boys. But
I think safety cars are off.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because a lot of those licks should have brought out a safety car. But yeah, I don't want to keep saying, oh, the safety car's on the way, and the safety car never comes because it wasn't on. That's why you pay attention to your rules, kids, before you start races.
But it's also, I mean, it's really cool. It's 15 laps, so we don't need the safety car, right?
True, but you can't turn them on in a 50% race. That's why I do know that from some other leagues. So if you start a 50% race, you can have a safety car on if you wish in F2 cars. So that's why I kind of thought, oh, it's 50%, they'll be on. But I guess I'm wrong. Or they are really thinking that you can get that crane out there when the car blocks the track just before something in a situation. But I feel like right now, because Matthias and Mashiro, Honey Badger, Sebastian should be coming in soon, because they're on 7-lap olds softs, as someone has lost in the cast section again. I think that is Jetty. No, that is Deep Keeps, who's lost in the cast section, who's currently de facto P9.
Yeah, so at the moment, Scuba, he's just under 2 seconds behind Kugino.
That is correct. But yeah, right now, Scuba, Kugunis, that's not what he wants to see. As Kuginos has to try to get around Sebastian. Sebastian's going to try to hold him up. That's all very much helping Scuba right now. As I'm losing words to say here, Scuba is going to get past... Kugino is going to pass Sebastian relatively easy there on the pressure tires. And I think that should be a time Sebastian pits, because Sebastian's obviously losing a lot of time. Maybe he should consider pitting, because he's
that's true. And now we have to see if Scuba can follow suit and get past easily. He should be able to try that soon, I guess.
Because right now, I'm hoping Sebastian holds up Scuba like a pretty penny. Scuba, especially it's for the P3 in the standings, he needs to hold up Scuba as much as he can to get him as little points as possible. Because right now, Scuba's on points for 25 points. And I think he also has the fastest lap. Oh no, Kugino has the fastest lap, so
yeah,
he won't get that extra point, but you still don't want that to happen.
So Esteban is in between Kugino and Scuba. No pressure, guys. No pressure.
No
Just
pressure
keep it nice and tight going into the castle. No pressure.
And no pressure. Don't want to mock up your brake points. I already seen a handful of drivers basically not know where their braking points are. They're going to have to go back to the driving course. The DMV is going to be calling their name and whatever the equivalent other countries is, as Sebastian takes that as aggressively as possible.
Yeah. He definitely did. I mean, that's he drove really fast through there.
Oh my god, I just watched TTG Siege take that corner too. It looked like he was about to take that wall for a ride. Like, they are taking it aggressive like I don't think I could. Like, I like driving these cars in this game. You want to be fast that section, but I also like living.
Oh, Esteban, bad corner and very slow exit.
That is correct,
So
and
Scuba has
quick work of
passed it.
Yeah, quick work. As I do like to point out, I do have a side TV here that I know is a little off topic, but right now in the Rolex 24, there's a fight for the overall lead as well. So I'm kind of split between two televisions right now. As Mathis gets a 5-second speeding in the pit lane, all the drivers have pitted from the front. Machiro, Mathis, and Honey Badger, and Mathis has got a 5 seconds, so that is not going to help him. As is also gets wing damage.
Esteban does not go into pit, so he got the DRS.
Actually,
on
he just got
Scuba
around
and
Scuba.
drove past.
Yeah, he just passed Scuba.
That's going to really annoy Scuba. It's like, get out of my way, go in pit, man, go in
But
pit.
this is gonna help Kugino though. Kugino's already opened up 3 seconds because of this battling. If he's got to get
6
2
laps
more.
left, so
Yeah, he's got to get 2 more. Mashiro's out to P5 right now. He's going to try to chase down Siege, but since he's only 2 seconds behind, Scuba right now is just hoping. Actually, if Siege right now is for the final spot of the podium, so again, Matthias could catch Siege and make this final spot of the podium right now. But yeah,
or Honey Badger is fighting for the final spot on the podium.
Honey
Let's go,
still,
man.
Honey Badger's still got to get around Deep Heat and Aerofresh, but yeah, I don't want to pop your bubble because I think you like Honey Badger and I think you're rooting for him, but he's gonna need some help.
Honey Badger, what a guy. I tell you what's cool about Honey Badger. He helps other guys, so we've had tournaments, and I know Honey Badger's been involved in helping run smooth tournaments.
Oh,
and,
Sebastian just broke some of his wing off there, hitting the castle section.
No.
He's going to be even slower. Scuba's going to have to get through relatively quickly here.
So this is where we saw Esteban. He actually had problem brake.
Oh,
he's all over the
Sebastian
place.
in the
He
wall
hits the
even
walls.
harder.
Oh.
He's just that wing damage cost
Be
him.
careful, don't take out Scuba here, don't take out Scuba. Oh, he's okay.
No, he's going to slow down. He's going to slow down. He's not going to do that with a broken wing. If he does, I think he'll have a nice long list waiting for him when he gets back to the paddock of curse words and profanities.
Okay, so he has to go into pit now. There's no question about that.
With no wing. Yeah. But right now, that was actually helpful for Kugino because Kugino now has 4 seconds clear of Scuba. So if Kugino's got anything left in the tank, he's going to have to use it now. He has to get another second clear. But it's going to be interesting to see. He's got 5 laps to try to get about a second. So he's got to get about 200, about a quarter of a second a lap, give or take, as Scuba has to pit.
This is also, we have to say, this is also one of the most fun pits to actually enter on the circuit. It's like you could drive so fast into this pit lane, and you have to brake so hard.
I don't think it's one of the hardest. I think, like, I see the hardest one personally from my perspective is Canada, just because you have like the lines right there, so you're gonna try to take the last corner and then boom on the brakes. It's probably one of the hardest. But
this is one of the most fun, definitely. I mean, like,
yellow flag
just drive, go full speed.
Go full speed, go Speed Racer. You're gonna do it like Speed Racer in the cockpit with the thing like do like just try to
exactly.
Try to break it here. As right now we do have a battle for the final podium spot here, as Machiro, using those fresh super soft tires, is all over the back of Siege, and he could easily make this pass with those fresh rubbers.
This is a good test now for Siege, if you can hold the pressure. I mean, this is one track where you can put a huge amount of pressure on the car in front, because you have to so much focus of the tight corners right up into the cast sector. Now we get to see if Siege can handle this.
As he will, as he goes to the castle section here, Siege is going to very conservatively down.
Oh, what speed he goes through that! That was crazy.
It looks right now, just to quickly update the leaders here, it looks like Scuba's holding station, or at the very least, a little bit faster than Kugino. So, and Kugino gets 3 seconds for cutting.
Another 3 seconds.
That is definitely going to put a monkey wrench in his plans, and that can actually make it so this battle right now we're seeing for P3 could be for the final spot of the P2 action. Kugino could fall down to the final podium spot if he's not careful.
Yeah, that's true. So Kugino, yeah, he's fast, but Scuba is not picking up any penalties here today, which should be pretty good at the end.
Yep, this should be Scuba's race to win here, as Mashiro's definitely going to try to make a pass here. He's going to have the DRS wing open. He's going to go around the outside here, going to break on the inside. Should pass him like he's standing still if he's not careful. Just down the long straight.
Go, pass,
lead
pass,
forward,
pass.
lead forward. It helps, like when you're gaming. Lead forward. He'll clear him, and now he'll be in P3. And now he's got a bit of a hunt down, because now he's going to have to relatively get farther here. And he's got to close down the gap here. He's 9 seconds behind Kugino right now. If he can get 1 second in 3 laps, he'll be able to jump Kugino.
I think he might do it. Mashiro can put in quite a fast tempo here, so that was a really nice pass, and I thought, like, okay, can he brake early enough? He managed it really well.
That is correct, as Scuba is now starting to close the gap a little bit, as Mashiro is as well. But Matthias did set the fast lap of the race while we were talking about this. He's currently P8, but with a 5-second time penalty, he should still be able to hold P8, because Maze is currently 11 seconds behind, so yeah, that will not affect anything.
What is happening, Matthias, today? Hasn't he practiced this track?
He has. He's fast, but there's just nowhere to pass. He invalidated, and then he sped, but he did set the fast lap, so he is fast. And right now, he would currently be in pole position, or at least will be end up being in pole position for the, actually no, because they both have 5 seconds, so he'll be second in the,
oh, Matthias just passed somebody leading into the castle.
He did. He passed the P7,
yeah.
And they both have 5 seconds, so that is actually for position. So yeah, I do want to point out while we wait, some of the field is getting kind of spaced out here. Pariah actually went on record apologizing to you, saying that he was disappointed by himself for crashing, and it was not the easiest with the default setup. So Matthias has sent a letter to you saying that he's sorry. So
yes, Pariah.
So I think in your private comp chat, he was actually trying to get the quarantine speed down, and sadly couldn't find it. We do have a yellow flag sector 2. Deadly Blue has retired from the session. He has crashed it. Again, last time I'm giving you any sort of praise, Deadly Blue. You've taken my praise and you've made me look like a fool. I should have went with my gut. I was thinking I should probably go Mashiro. I would have been right if I went Mashiro, but no. Sorry. All right, I'm jostling you a little bit too hard, Deadly Blue. We'll get him next race. You're a fast driver. I'm roasting you a little bit because you made me look like a fool, but I know you'll be good next. You'll be good for the sprint race. But anyway, we got 2 laps to go here. Scuba has caught up 4 seconds on Kugino.
No! Pariah sent me a message before the start. I'm going to make you proud, mate. Oh no, what a message to read now.
I'm going to make you proud. Well, he tried. I'll give him that.
He did try. But it looks like Mashiro is close enough here to...
Oh no, because Kugino's been sinking like a stone because he's got no end plates. He's lost both his end plates. He's got wing damage, because I'm looking at his camera, he's falling like a stone. As he goes very hard, the cow section probably lost even more of his wing.
He does. Yeah, Scuba's going to pass him on the
Scuba's
DRS.
going to pass him like he's standing still, and since he has 8 seconds with the time penalty, he's going to fall at least down to P4. And he could even fall down to P5 if Honey Badger gets on it. So he's just got to limp around with a broken wing and pray to God that he's able to hold on.
Oh, he'll be lucky to survive. Driving around Baku with damaged wings, that's scary. It's like those walls come very close.
Especially in those tight sections.
Yeah. Here goes Scuba.
Scuba doesn't really have to force the pass, but he's also going to lose a lot of time if he stays behind Kugino, so he should pass him. But he does have 3 seconds to Mashiro, so no reason to put yourself in a compromised position.
Oh, he has to go for it. He can't, because staying too close behind Kugino is very likely to...
Oh, he didn't go for it. I think he doesn't want to force it because he doesn't want to break his wing. Because if he breaks his wing, Mashiro could capitalize. He's only 3 seconds behind, so again,
Jetty comes out in front. Jetty comes out of the pit. Yeah.
Hits for a fresh wing and then breaks his wing.
Jetty was just out of the pit. Oh no!
Right now, Mashiro's probably licking his chops right now because right now Scuba still hasn't been able to force a pass, and he's now 2.7 behind. And he's not going to be able to pass through this caster section, so Mashiro could get on the back of Scuba before the final lap if he can really get on the
What are you
giddy up.
doing, Scuba? Come on, Scuba, are you listening? Go for it!
Come on, Mashiro, you can do it! I know we're not supposed to show biases, but screw it. You've been showing bias to Honey Badger all day. I'm going to show some bias to Mashiro. You can
Honey
do it,
Badger's
kid.
coming on the podium. Keep pushing.
He can easily get P4 because Scuba's finally got around.
Oh, Kugino let him pass, or what?
Let him by, or he just lost the back end. So, any chance, Mashiro did not want to see that happen because he was closing in. He was 1.5 behind, and Kugino's just made no friends with the Japanese driver, Mashiro.
Well, I think if Kugino let him pass there, I mean, it's a cool thing to do. Obviously, Kugino maybe realized that this isn't going to work.
Yeah, do the same thing for Mashiro, though. Come on. You can't
Yeah,
just do
because
it for one,
he's
not
in the
the
wall.
other.
He was in the wall there. He's
not going to let him by. He's going to hold him up a pretty treat. Now
there
he'll let him by. All right, respect on Kugino.
Yeah, respect Kugino. Thanks.
He doesn't have to do it, but he's got 8 seconds for the time penalty, so there's no point in trying to hold up the queue.
So we've got one lap for Mashiro to attack Scuba.
He's 1.2 behind. He won't have DRS. He has to get within touch distance, and then since there's no fuel control, he's just going to have to hope. Yellow flag sector 3. Some car has gone slow. I think that is Jetty. I'm not 100%, but I guess we'll find out when when we look through the field. But Mashiro is gonna be with 1.1. He's gonna have to get DRS here. Is he within a second? He's not there. He's lost time on this straight. He's not going to be in DRS for this long straight. So
he's going to get DRS on the last. He's going to get the last DRS.
Yeah, now he's going to get.
We're going to get attacked right to the wire.
But no DRS for Mashiro, so Mashiro's not going to get DRS here. So he's going to have to get within touch distance. Scuba, does he have? Oh, Mashiro was very deep there. Nope, Scuba does not have any damage to Mashiro. They both are clean on their wings. I do not.
This is good. This is it. This is the test. This is the test of this game. Like, what's the toughest in this game? It's leading. You're on the last lap, and you look in your mirror, and the guy's right behind. He's pushing.
Yeah, he's now within 8 seconds. He's within 1/8 of a second here, so he can easily make this work. He's going to have a run to straight as long as he doesn't bungle the caster section. Mashiro is going to have to take this caster section very aggressive here. Scuba goes in a little bit conservatively. Mashiro goes probably a little bit more aggressive. He is on the chuff of it now. 6,
Scuba 5. Has to push. He's going to be passed on the DRS. He has to push.
He's going to, well, we don't know. It'll be close down the line right now. It's going to be aggressive. How aggressive will Mashiro take this braking section here? He's going to have to go very aggressive. Lay on the brakes as hard as he can. Oh, he gets a great run up there. It's going to be a run to the line, folks. It's going to be a very aggressive run to the line. Oh, he goes a little deep,
the next... Not this swing, the corner, the next one, the one where you have to watch the wall on the left. This one here, watch the wall on the left, guys. Watch the wall on the left.
Out, gets more the 8th. That's better. Exit by Mashiro. He's going to have a run to the line.
Mashiro's going to get
close. We're side by side. Last lap. This is all the marbles. Run down the line. Scuba's going to try to squeeze him. Mashiro has made it work. And Mashiro has won this race. Great
Scuba was like, no.
He got the worst exit Scuba did. He was just there caught napping. Mashiro has won the featured race. Great drive. Honey Badger on the podium.
All right, Honey Badger.
Both our drivers got on the podium. That's a high five moment right there, even though we're in different countries and different zones. That's a high five.
You could see Scuba was like, is this Super Mario? Can I dodge him? Can I bump into him?
He was like, is this NASCAR? Can I do what Peugeot did to Lando Norris? Can I just hard right? Will I get a penalty?
It's so cool. Our frames of reference are: is this Super Mario? Or is it NASCAR?
Is it something? Can I beat and bang him down the line? I don't want to let him by.
Oh man, that was so close.
That was a fun battle there. Mashiro just caught Scuba napping as the Rolex 24s also just ended as well. And the Wayne Taylor Racing cars won the overall race with number 10 of the DPIs. So if you are watching that race has now ended. You can come join us for the sprint race. And if you had that race DVR'd, I'm sorry, I just spoiled the results. But you should have been watching it. You had 24 hours to watch that. You could have caught on. But yeah, that was a great race here. Mashiro, great battle. I should probably run down the rest of the order. Scuba 2nd, Honey Badger 3rd, Siege 4th. Kugino only falls on the P5. Matthias 6th, Airy Fresh 7th, and I'll repeat the last 3 when we get back here. But, whew. Again, both our drivers did well.
They did very well.
Honey Badger
driver of today, Honey Badger.
Yeah, Honey Badger gets driver of the day as well. That's what you get in this
so
series,
cool,
folks. That's what you
it's
get.
so good. I mean, pushing towards it's on the last. There's only like a couple of 100 meters left, and you could see Scuba did not want to let him past.
Yep, as Mashiro wins this race as he's celebrating the podium. He was, I think, 5th in the standing, so we'll close the gap a little bit. But I think the main loser of that was Siege, because Siege was only about, I want to say 20 points behind, and now he's going to fall a little bit more with Scuba getting second place points, and Siege getting 4th. Mouthful of words there. But as we'll do a quick rundown of the finishing order here. Mashiro 1st, Scuba 2nd, Honey Badger 3rd, Siege 4th, Kugino 5th, Mathis 6th, Aerofresh 7th, Deep Keens 8th, Baze 9th, Sebastian 10th, Noisy 11th, Jetty 12th, Deadly through 13th, Pariah looking for a better race next week, next race in the sprint race, for at least your standings, in 14th, Neymar 15th, I Am Silas 16th, and Ivrex in 17th. Now, what's worth noting is Deep Keys will start on pole position for the next race, because it is reverse order.
Yeah, that's true. And one thing I can say, I'm looking at the messages being sent in Discord here, and there's so much respect for these between these guys. It was like, nice going, good racing, nice pushing, keep it going. The respect is really high among these drivers.
Yep. That's something you'd love to see in the series, when drivers are friendly and chatty with each other. That's something that makes a league great. Even if it's not the most popular league in the world or the best, if the drivers are having fun, it can always be enjoyable, because you don't want to make the drivers angry.
Yeah, that's true. And what's fun now is so these drivers that they're so psyched up now. They're not like, no, I get it. And now we avoided on corner 1 and corner 2 on the first race. We avoided any damage. I think it was so nice through those. I don't think we're going to see that right now.
Something else worth noting, I think Mashiro had damage, at least according to this chat. If I'm looking through this enough, I think he had yellow wing damage. So he was able to do that with a yellow wing. That is very intriguing.
Yeah, that is. This is going to be fun now. I think also we're going to see Mashiro, we're going to see Matthias, who wants a little bit of revenge here, once higher up. So this is going to be fun.
They're going to have to carve their way through the field, though, because if they get caught napping, they're going to have to make through like butter. But yeah, as we have another formation lap here. If you are enjoying the stream, I guess we'll do a little bit of a self-plug here, because you always got to do a self-plug, and I guess this is the perfect time to do it while we wait for the cars to go around a formation lap. If you do like what you see, why not subscribe to the League Racing TV channel? And if you like leagues like this and other leagues, there's multiple leagues, and there's a schedule currently on Twitter at League Racing TV, where you can catch multiple races almost every day of the week. And tomorrow, I will be most likely on commentary for another league here tomorrow, and I believe the series name, I should probably know the series name offhand, but hey, I should probably write these things down before I start. But if I quickly pull up the name while we wait, it is CWC F1 Tier 2. So if you want to hear me and Evil on the commentary tomorrow, make sure you tune in. But I think I'll be here next week with you again, Brandon, and we will be at a track that I should have also written down. But all right, and also you can follow me, PepSpeak212, if you need commentary, and Brandon, you can plug your social medias as well right now, because we do need to shill some things, shill the product.
That was good enough. I'm looking at where we are next week, and next week is it's in Austria.
Oh, Austria, all right, a fast track, if you will. They're going to be very high speeds and a lot of overtakes, so it's going to be a fun track to see at the high speeds and a lot of overtakes. So make sure you tune in next week for that. But we still got this sprint race here in Baku to get to, so let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Oh, someone has lost it on the formation lap. Well, I guess they got tired of my self-plugging. It's Siege who's around, and he's going to have to fire it up and try to spin it around. I think they may just disqualify him because he's kind of... looks like he may have stalled. Now they've disqualified him. All right. Good on him. But, yeah, as we go through the last couple sections here, we go through the long straight here. I'll do a quick rundown of the order here. Deep Keepa, who finished 8th last race in the first position. Alpha Fridge in second. Mathis, who was relatively strong, did set the fast lap last race. Now is in P3. So this is his time to shine. Kugino, though, could have an answer for him in P4, as long as he can keep it clean. No pit stop, so he doesn't have to worry about speeding. Siege will be P5, Honey Badger P6, Scoop P7, Lashiro, who was the winner last race, in P8, Maze in P9, Sebastian P10, Noisy P11, Jetty P12, Deadly Slew P13, Pariah P14, Neymar P15, I Am Stillis P16, Ivrex P17, and Alpha F1 in P18, who I don't think was here last race, if I'm not mistaken, so he may have joined halfway through, but I could be wrong.
Alright, so this is going to be fun.
Yep, let me take a quick sip of water here because my voice is going to need it after that first round.
Okay, so we have 11 laps in Baku. The secret here, drive fast. The second secret, do not hit the walls. We are getting ready.
I mean, I think that is one of the very common things you can say. Don't hit the walls, avoid the stuff. As they are away here. Green flag, here we go. It's not a green flag, it's 5 red lights. Was looking at the chat there for a second. I think we have a little bit of the game, maybe a little bit loud, but that's what you can do about it. Sadly, we'll have to fix that later. But right now, Deep Kings is able to lose the position.
We've got some damage, we've got a load of damage, we've got so much damage.
I think that's the Carlin car of Iverick. No, that is Mashiro. Mashiro is around, along with Honey Badger. No, both our drivers.
That's the thing, like, okay, we were lucky to get the feature race, to get everybody through number 1 and 2, and we saw people get through number 1 and it gets a bit crazy. There is not enough space.
That is correct. And that just relatively stinks. But,
come on, Honey Badger, climb up through the field. Come on, Mace, come on, Mashiro.
They're going to have to make a recovery drive, and, yeah, that's all I can really say. It's going to have to be a recovery drive.
Oh, Neymar spins around and he's okay. He's causing more damage.
He took the Carlin car with him. Yellow flag, sector 2. I'm waiting for the scoring time, the updates. I'm not 100% how they're currently sorted. I think Airfresh is currently in the lead. Deep keep in second. Math is right behind. Kugino 4th. Scoob all the way up already to P5. And Siege has made championship rival in P6 with Noisy 7 and Flu 8. All right, Flu.
What a start.
I put no pressure on you this time. Make sure you don't screw up this time.
Oh, that was a crazy start. Oh, no.
Yeah,
what has happened?
2. Looks like one of the cars are on. That's I Am Silas.
It's Jetty.
It's Jetty. Oh, poor Jetty.
Yeah.
But yeah, Airfresh is currently P1 as we will start the next lap. We do got a little bit of a train forming behind Deep Keys though, as Matthias is going to try to force a pass right there. That's not really the best spot to make a pass, so I think he'll think better of it and he'll set him up here.
Oh, that was close.
If he
should pass easy enough.
If Matthias doesn't get going right away though, it looks like Kugino's going to try to make something happen as well. There are 3 wide. They're splitting them.
No, guys, no! We've got 3 wide going into corner 1.
They are going to split them 3 wide. It looks like, Matthias is going to be the loser
in
that battle.
Matthias hit something there. Oh, no.
He doesn't have wing damage, though, but he did lost 2 spots. Like I said, they lost 1 spot because Kikino passed him. Kikino makes the move of the race, already up to P4, looking to make rectify from the last mistake. As Mashir, that insult to injury, has sped in the pit lane, and he's going to call it a day, and he's going to retire from the session. So our winner on the feature race will not be repeating.
We saw 3 guys going into that corner 1. It was like, okay, so who's tough here, guys? Who's tough? And we saw Kugino. He was not going to break last there. He was like, I'm going to get out of this corner first. What's happened here?
But yeah, anyway, sorry, I was just looking at something in the chat there. My mistake. We do have a battle here for P2 here, 3, 4, everywhere. There's a big train forming behind Deep Keys. As Deep Keys goes very aggressive, hard to the zone there.
I think we've got a really nice battle because we've got Scuba right behind Matthias, right? We've got Scuba.
Yep.
Who, so we're going to see a lot of pushing, and it's D-Keeper in front of Matthias. So Scuba's like, okay, guys, let's see what we got. Going down in again into turn 1, we're going to have quite a few cars here pushing.
It's a train, but since DRS is not activated yet, it's going to be 1 more lap. But there's a big train forming. Like Deep Keys is like Matthias is in DRS range of Deep Keys for next lap. Scuba's in DRS range of Matthias, and then Siege is in DRS range of Scuba. Noise is in DRS range of Siege. So they're all in DRS range of each other, as it looks like Matthias is going to try to force a pass here, even without DRS.
And he's passed.
And he's not passed yet. He could get a dive bomb here for turn 1, but no, Matthias will hold position, and he will now be in the P3.
That was actually really nice driving of Matthias there.
Honey Badger has retired from the session, as they're still side by side here, as Deep Keys has to concede the spot. He tried to make something on the inside, but it didn't work. Alpha also has retired as well.
Okay, but 1 second, Matthias, that was respect. He just decided to take that corner, own the corner, and block it. Fully defensive, respect. That was nice.
That is correct. But yeah, right now, big battle here for P3 is Matthias has got around now. Scoob's going to try to do the same here. But sadly, both our drivers crashed out and retired from the session. So sadly, the podium will be a lot different than it was for the featured race. But yeah, right now, worth noting, Alpha Frisch has not checked out for Cugino. Cugino actually has caught Alpha Frisch. So we could have a pass for lead relatively soon.
I don't think Cugino is going to hang around here too long.
Yep. But yeah, right now for the final points paying spot right now is currently Deadly Flu, who's currently got a big gap on Ivrex, so no pressure from Deadly Flu. He should at least probably get a point bearing anything bad happening. But yeah, now with DRS open, it's going to be interesting to see here how many drivers. Scuba's in DRS range of Deep Keys. Deep Kings is in DRS range of Mathis, and Noisy's in DRS range of, actually no, he's no longer in DRS range of Siege, so never mind. So Siege and Scuba are in DRS range, but Deep Keys has it as well, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how much the situation is going to affect this.
Yeah, Siege needs these points. Siege, like, really, preferably wants to finish above Scuba here in this race.
That is correct, because he needs points, because Scuba got a lot of points compared to Deep Keys. So, not Deep Keys, Siege. So, it will be interesting to see how it affects. But, yeah, with all the DRS, not much to be done. No one's really making a pass for the ring because of the DRS range.
Pushing past now.
Cugino's actually made a pass for the lead. Cut back to the lead here. Cugino has took the inside around the outside, of Alpha Fresh, and he will make the pass work. Cugino's now in P1. So, great move by Cugino.
We've got a fast driver in Baku. It's Cugino, first race, and he's laying it down and saying, "Here I am, and welcome to the show, Cugino."
Well, hold on, Alfresh is not going to let him go quiet tonight. He's got
Alfred Fresh almost sent him into the wall.
Almost sent him into the Fly Emirates sign. Well, he was going to quietly take a fly there if he was not careful, but luckily, no damn try the driver, but almost a Code Brown moment if I was Cugino right there, because after the featured race where you had some bad luck, you don't want to have any more bad luck. No pit stop.
The thing is, I would have braked. I would have whoa, there's not enough space, and I don't know how Cugino got through that.
I think Alfresh knew if he lets him go here, he's going to lose him completely, so he had to just hold on for dear life. He considered that, he knows if he can't stay in touch distance, he's done. But we do have yellow flag sector 2 here. Looks like someone's bunked it up. Oh, Deadly Flu!
Deadly Flu.
It's actually not Deadly Flu, it's TTT Noisy actually that's lost it. So Deadly Flu's still good. Noisy's now down to P8.
Deadly Flu's not good. He's hitting the wall through the castle there.
Oh, no. I think he has damage on his wing. If he'll ever give me a good angle at this, I think he is missing an end plate.
I think so.
But yeah, Cugino is now half a second clear of Alpha Fresh, while Matthias has slowly reeled in Alpha Fresh. Something. He's either, and now Alpha, whatever, gets a 3-second time card from Alpha
And Cugino and Alpha Fresh have got time penalties.
Uh-oh. So now Matthias is de facto P1.
This makes it a bit more exciting now. And we got Dekeeper and Scuba, the one, the only Scuba, and Siege. And we want Siege to try, at least try, and pass Scuba to make the overall standings a bit more exciting.
As Alpha, right now the problem is they're both hurting each other because they both have time penalties, so they gotta fight because Alpha Frisch wants to get by. But it's in the same situation right now. If they keep fighting, that's gonna allow Matthias to catch up and make it even harder to get out of DRS range. As Deadly Flu has retired from the session. And Sebastian's gone too, so that's not gonna help in the point standings either. This track is claiming a lot here in this featured race.
It definitely is. But this is the thing, I mean, in Spain last week we saw. Who was it? Was it Neymar?
I think it was Neymar. I thought it was someone for P3 or something. How the way you reacted. But no, Cugino is currently still P1. Nothing major happened in the top 5.
There's no space to drive off here, and that's one of the fun things. But it's also something that it really differentiates drivers. There's so drivers that push so hard here, and there's no space. And I've seen the best drivers on PlayStation driving around this, and it's like they are so close to the walls every single corner.
That is correct. As it looks like you kind of cut that corner a little bit, so hopefully we don't know how many race director pilots they have, but right now if I'm Frisch and I'm Cugino, I'm hoping Matthias has got 2 already corner cuts so he gets another one. But Matthias is usually a good driver at keeping away from us. If someone has bungled it in the castle section, I believe that is Noisy. Yep, it is Noisy. So currently P7 is under siege from Ivrix and Neymar, so he may not be able to keep his points.
It could be, I don't know, but it could be that Cugino is just like, I'm going to drive fast. I'm going to cut corners and I'm going to drive fast. It could be that type of mentality in Cugino. I've seen some of these corners he's going, and he's like, I'm just taking the shortest route from A to B.
And it does work to a degree, but the problem is it only works if you're faster enough to pull out gaps, because they start to add up. Yeah,
That's
one
true.
is good, but an 11-lap race, you can't. There's not a lot of time to hope that someone rectifies the mistake, basically. So yeah, Covino's still under pressure from Alpha Fresh. I keep wanting to call him like Alpha Fresh. I think it's like a mouthwash or something. And then Matthias is currently P3. Deep Keith can actually make a pass against Scoop, but he's within touch distance. But he'd have to be a little bit crazy to throw a pass here. Because, well, then again, actually crazy happen. So we'll see. Nope.
I mean, again, respect to these guys for driving. Driving around here in Formula 1 where you can react a lot faster, it's easier, but in the F2 cars, these drivers are good at the top here.
That is correct. They are very competitive drivers, too. Very clean, very competitive. But yeah. Yeah.
We've got a nice person now for 6th, 5th, 4th place. Siege, Dekeeper and Scuba in 4th. Trying his best to keep on to 4th. Matthias is doing his best to hang on to Afrifresh, and Cugino can't get away.
Yep.
This is impressive driving of Afrifresh.
Sector 1, that's Pariah, I think, who's just pulled off the circuit. Yep, he has used the runoff road, so yep. Not really, he's a little bit away from the points, but that's not going to help him in his hunt to get into the points. As we do have Alphafresh and Matthias. I just saw the corner of my eye, and Matthias has gotten around Alphafresh for P3, because I think Alphafresh got loose because he lost over a half a second. Oh, sorry, 1.5 seconds to Kino. So Alphafresh has, metaphorically speaking, bungled it, and now he's down to P3.
Just, I don't know what happened there. It was...
I saw it on the corner, but I think he got a little bit squirrely outside the castle section, and that allowed...
Afrifresh in the wall there.
Yep, I think he got a little bit squirrely out of the castle section, and that cost him dearly. So now he's going to try to limp it home, because now it's going to allow Matthias, the chase is on, and he's going to have to catch him. But right now, Kukino's 2.1 seconds ahead of Matthias. But I guess you could say same song, different dance, because like last week, like last round, not even last round, last featured race, it was a battle of the pedalies where Kukino was battling Scuba, and they had a 5-second, and now it's the same situation in reverse. Kukino now has a 3-second time penalty, and Matthias is at 2.2, so he's going to have to try to clear the gap.
This could be fun. This is what we want. This is what the viewers want. We want to see a battle. We want to see Cugino. We want to see Matthias, Afrifresh, Scuba. We want to see these guys getting as close as possible, coming down to the last 1, 2, 3 laps.
That is correct. As we do have 5 to go, if I'm not mistaken, if my math is correct. But I think
we've got 4.5 to go.
4.5 to go.
Afrifresh is right behind Matthias. Can Scuba get closer?
Yep, Siege is currently having a battle here for P5, so I think that's the battle I'll keep an eye on right now, because that is the closest one on track, because they'll be fighting for the castle section here. But with the time right now, Scuba would be on the final step of the podium because of the penalties.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, still a lot to play for here. A lot of points off the table. If we do have a little bit of
Scuba, come on!
As we do take a look at the chat here real fast, Sebastian's main reason for retiring is he got damaged, and at the start he couldn't come back from it, so sadly he couldn't recover from the damage he received. So a little bit of a radio communication from our pit box reporter, and he told us what happened to Sebastian, so that's not going to help him in the standings.
Isn't the internet such a great device?
It is. It lets us keep updated on finding out little tabs for the viewer at home what happens. Sometimes we miss things, and we get reported by the drivers themselves. Now, whether or not he's trying to sell me some hogwash is a different story, but I feel like he's an honest man. I don't think he'd try to sell me up the river like that. But
Siege is going to attack Dekeeper, and
he needs to pass him. He needs to pass him for the points. And he will get him successfully around. Now he's in P5.
Nice pass, Siege.
Correct. Nice pass indeed. With 4 to go here, again, Kugino has to open up the gap easy. Got to get another half a second at least to have a chance to hold on to the lead. Scuba would be last step on the podium. I know I'm repeating the obvious, but like I said, the only battle we currently have is P6, so sometimes you have to repeat the obvious to fill the gaps.
Yeah, and I don't think Dekeeper has given up on Siege. I think Dekeeper is doing a good job of keeping that distance really close to Siege. Siege doing his best to get up to Scuba, but there's a 2-second gap up to Scuba. It doesn't look like it, but the distance around here in Baku can be deceiving.
Yeah, that is true. It feels like a lot closer than this. You can see going to the castle section as we speak. We think that's at least about, like, if I didn't have the intervals up, I think that'd be 1.5. So you got to like sector 1. I think it's maze around if I'm not mistaken. So the battle for the last spot is still in a fight here. As Pariah,
oh, the keeper hit the castle, hit the wall, the right front.
that is not good indeed. That's not going to help him in the chase. Now he's going to lose the DRS point. So now he's going to have to just hope to get close. But as I was trying to say, right, we still have an all-right battle for PA, as even though they're very far off the points, anything can still happen with how they've been driving. No offense. But right now, Matthias, actually, Covino is opening up the gap to Matthias. Oh, Matthias is the wall!
Matthias, no! Our refresh has gone past.
He just hit that, lost the back end, and hit that wall a ton, and that's going to help Cugino, as Matthias is going to sink like a stone.
Scuba passed.
Down to P3, found the position 2, position 3, and he's probably going to lose the position to Siege, as for some reason my brain was thinking something else there.
Oh no, Matthias goes into pit.
Almost hits the tire barrier from the wall too, just because, just almost, and he speeds.
Oh, speeding his race is done. He retired.
Injury. Yeah, he's done. He's done. He's calling it a day. Just bad
Matthias,
to worse.
You get 10 out of 10 for effort. That was nice going.
But that is going to help Cugino, because now Cugino has, at least he's got a 3-second time penalty. He is clear Scuba. The only guy that doesn't have penalties by 2. So he looks like he's in prime position. But I remember saying that last week, and I don't remember who it was. It was Pariah or someone was in the BWT car, and he spun it with a 6-second lead. So I'm going to knock on wood here and say he's got it looking good, but anything is possible. Don't want to
jinx it. It's really cool that you say it could have been Pariah. It wasn't Pariah, but we just pretend it was.
It was someone with a P syllable.
Yeah, something with a P in there.
Yeah, it was one of the names.
Come on, Siege, push, man, push.
If you're in the chat right now watching this, you can correct me and I'll let the viewers know that you made your screw up, but I don't think you're going to want to let them know it was you. You got probably the paper bag of shame on your head from last week. But anyway, Cugino's got 5 seconds clear Alpha. Scuba is 2 off. That Scuba would still be P2, and Siege is trying to get within 3 seconds of Alpha, so at the very least he can get P3, but also trying to chase down Scuba as well. But they're both running similar times.
It doesn't look at the moment, I mean, we have Scuba drives amazingly fast, but we have seen small lapses in concentration as well. Just as Matthias showed us, that like anything can happen around here.
That is correct.
So come on, Siege, don't give up. 2 laps left.
Keep laps pushing. To go. Keep fighting, because right now, if you want to be a champion, you have a lot of rounds left, but you can't let points get squandered. Because if you leave points on the table, you're going to regret it when eventually you're like 3 points behind. You're like, oh, why did I not have a good finish here? But yeah, 2 to go here. Cugino, Alpha Fresh, Scuba blows. Very aggressive! Very aggressive! Scuba, almost hits the tire barrier!
Oh, Siege is going to pass! Siege passes!
He does! Oh, no. And now, I was going to say Siege now has to get 2 seconds clear, because that actually helped Alpha Fish, because Alpha Fish is now got without 3 seconds, so he's now P2. That's what he wanted to see.
Scuba, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry.
He just missed the breaking point too. It looked like he was thinking it was more aggressive than he did, or he didn't think the tires were going to make it. Because he went aggressive, and he just went dead straight.
Okay, Scuba, you can get it back, come on!
Scuba has to get back.
I feel like really bad. I just said like Scuba gets some lapses of concentration, and look what happened. Oh no.
He's done good. He's going to keep getting a net gain regardless of where he finishes, but you probably want more points than what he's going to currently have.
Okay, now Scuba's going to put some pressure on Siege, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Will Scuba do the same thing Mashiro did to him? That's something I like to point out, because he easily could. If he times his cars right, he could easily do what Mashiro did to him and pass him on the straight, but he's going to have to be very aggressive on the brakes. But yeah, right now, again, not the same thing up front as Cugino's going to take the final lap here. Again, 6 seconds clear of Alpha. Alpha's 5 off Siege. So unless Siege can close another second in a lap, it looks like the top 2 are locked. Because we do have yellow flag sector 1. I think that is the car of Neymar around. So that is he is currently PA, but he's got such a big gap to Maze, he will not be affected by that mistake.
Scuba is under 1 second now to Siege, going into the last
lap, last corner as well. You can say either correct, as I guess first corner. I guess I should probably learn my words, as he's going to have to be more aggressive on the brakes. Last time he was over-aggressive, he almost sent to the tire barrier. So there's a risk reward. If he wants that position, he's going to have to be very aggressive on these brakes in this corner here. He's got a good exit, though. Going to have DRS. Could make a lunge here. Yellow flag sector 2. Some cars lost in the cast section. Not going to cut to it because we have a big battle here for the final points paying spot. How aggressive will Scuba be? Not enough. He's going to hold on. He's going to try to maybe do what Matthias did to him.
He is. He's going to stay close to him. He's going to attack him in the last DRS.
That is correct. And again, he can only get one move, so you better hope. Siege better hope.
So what can Siege do? Siege has to try and do something through the castle section now.
To quote your Super Mario reference in the first race, you better hope he has a banana peel or something he can throw by. He's got to have something.
Throw out the oil, Siege.
Throw out the oil, too.
Oh, he takes the corner really sharply.
A little sloppy there. It's going to allow Scuba to stay in touch distance. This is the closest battle we have on track, so we're going to keep with it.
Oh.
Again,
Siege is pushing like crazy but can't get away. Scuba is going to get the perfect chance.
I do want to we'll hold on for this last couple corners, but it looks like Kukino is about to cross the line, so we will cut to him in a second. I just want to see if he's going to throw a lunge here. He will not. Yellow flags like there's some cars around. Not worth noting. I think it may be noisy. But we'll cut back to Kukino here, so he will not make a lunge. Kukino going the last couple corners here. We're going to keep an eye on that on the screen right now. If we had a side-by-side, we'd use it. But Kukino is going to win this race. After having a little bit of a mistake in the feature race, he will come home and at least win the sprint race. The newcomer...
Oh, Siege hits the wall!
Siege hits the wall! No. Sorry, we got to cut back. If Kukino finishes P1, you saw him.
Scuba gets P2. Oh,
why is he going to the outside? Why did you go to the right?
He should have gone to the left.
Why did you go to the right? There was no room on the right. Go to the left.
What a finish.
And he just hit the back of him, so Siege holds on because of Scuba's mistake. Oh, God in heaven.
500ths of a second behind Siege.
Scuba did not learn from Mashiro because he should have went to the left. I think maybe he tried to fake him out, and he just realized, he made a mistake.
What a finish.
But
congrats Kugino, congrats AfriFresh, and congrats to Siege.
Correct. I was going to cut this Kugino there to show him across the line, but once you said he hit the wall, I had to throw the camera back. So.
Oh yeah, I was following Scuba's pass on Siege, and it was like, oh no, Siege hit the wall. What's happened?
But still, great race by Kugino. Kugino should be proud as a rookie coming in and doing this. Great showing. Hopefully he has a relatively good season. Actually, yeah, Matthias just wishing he could have done better from last week. Obviously wishing he could do better. Hopefully he doesn't have the Matthias curse next week at Austria. He has a relatively poor performance. Frisch, great finish, P2. Siege, P3. Gonna close the gap a little bit, but not by much. Scuba, P4. Deep Keys, 5. Noisy, 6. Iverick, 7th. As we wait for Maze to cross the line here. He is the redhead stepchild, the lone duck here. He will finish in the final points paying position, P8.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a totally different race next week. I mean, these are totally different tracks driving around Baku, and then we get to the super fast track of just over 1 minute of Austria.
Yep, so it's going to be a lot shorter lap times and a lot more aggression, a lot more laps, so we have a lot of fighting here. And after this week, I think my voice is going to need a week to recover after this. But I got calm dudes tomorrow, so I don't think I'm going to have much time to recover, but I think I'll be fine. But yeah, driver of the day is Iverick, and the Carlin car I don't think he got any points, but still gets driver of the day, so at least he's got
congrats.
that.
Yeah, that's nice.
At least the fans like him. Or the virtual game does. But yeah, as Kulig celebrates with the Perma boys here today, whiffs up the trophy, celebrating accordingly. Joined by Scuba and not Scuba, sorry, Alpha and Siege on 2 and 3. No Scuba on the podium. But yeah, we will as eventually this will decide to load. Keyword of the day. Come on now, come on. But yeah, I think that will basically, as Deep Keeper leaves the session, we'll do a quick rundown. I think that will pretty much do it for us here today. There's no more races after this. Kugino finishes P1, Alpha Frisch P2, Siege P3, Scuba P4, Deep Keeper P5, Noisy P6, Iverick's P7, Maze gets the final points pay position in P8, Pariah 1 spot off in P9, Neymar P10, Silas P11, Mathis P12, Deadly Fluke P13, Alpha P14, Honey Badger P15, Sebastian P16, and Mashiro, who won last week in won the feature race P17, and Jetty in P18. So I should ask, any driver stand out that you think had a great race here today?
Definitely the rookie Cugino. That was amazing. 31 points total. Scuba came a second and increased the lead on Siege, but definitely what a debut from Cugino.
That is correct. Yeah, so we'll get to see more of him, and it's going to be a long points gap we can make up, but who knows? I've seen crazier things happen. But yeah, so as we do head back to the menu here, that will pretty much do it for us here today. We thank you so much for watching us, and we hope you enjoyed this race. Next week, we'll be here at Austria, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. UK, because I think most of them are European, so I don't know why I gave out an Eastern Standard Time zone. Maybe for my own accord. But, yeah, that will be at Austria next week, and hopefully you join us for them. So any final words, Brandon, before we sign off?
No, really great commentating again, and respect. That was cool driving today, guys. See you in Austria.
Yep, great enjoying having a good commentary with you. I think we make a good team. But that will do it for me. I'm ROP, I'm Pepsi Fig 2 and 2, and I am signing off, and we hope you join us next week. Thank you, and good night.